Else's Auto. We're at another live on location. Just got this 1966 Buick Riviera loaded up. We're here with our good friend Vince Manship. Dad and I have known him for a long time. He had this car. It was your dad's car.
My dad's car. Bought it brand new.
So your dad bought this new.
Bought this new in '65. Bought it actually before it debuted. So the dealer made him come out to his warehouse and pick it up. And he said, you got to be out of state before sunup. So he drove it out south to LA and then across Route 66.
So the 66 Riviera wasn't even out yet.
Wasn't even out yet. He went down with two of his friends. They bought 65s. He bought this sight unseen. Didn't know what it looked like. Said, I want a 66.
So this was one of the first ones built with a new body style.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, this car is early 300s in the build numbers.
So this is one of the very first off the line then.
Absolutely.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a neat car.
So he bought it new in California.
Yes, sir. It lived its whole life in California.
Okay.
I brought it out to Kansas a few years ago when I moved out here with the intent of restoring it for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you took it apart and life happened
Life happened, things got in the way, and I didn't want to see it just rot. If somebody else had a car they needed parts for, this is it. It's a clean California car.
And you did the motor and tranny in it.
Motor and trans been redone, yeah.
So it's got the 401's fresh.
Yeah, fresh 401 nail head. And new trans rebuilt Super Turbine 400, switch pitch 400.
So that's going to be handy to somebody for
sure. Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure, you bet.
Well, a very neat history on this car being that early. What color was it originally?
It was originally a dark metallic green.
That'd have been pretty.
Yeah, it was a pretty car.
And it was buckets, console, floor shift.
Yep, got the bucket package. Yeah, the only thing it didn't have was the speed control.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only option he didn't get.
And then you drove this car.
I drove it when I was in high school in the 80s. Yeah, this was my car. Yep.
So it's you got a long history with this thing then.
Absolutely, been around as long as I have, or longer. Yeah. Yep, I remember riding in it as a little kid and then driving it in high school. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, there's definitely a lot of stuff here. I mean, everything we've seen so far, obviously we've got a pretty good pile of stuff here. We can look, the back of the truck's full of parts, the back seat's full of parts. We got parts everywhere.
It's all here. Every single piece that came on the car is
and the
on
cars,
the truck and trailer.
Those boxes aren't sitting on anything, they're just level with the rest of the parts. So
yeah, it's all there. It's all original.
A lot of cool stuff here. We'll take you a quick walk around this and see what all we've got here. Obviously there's the hood, front fenders, gas tank. We'll take a quick pick in the back of the truck. Steering column, lots of trim, boxes and boxes and boxes of goodies. There's the 401. It's a little dirty, it's been sitting in storage. They overhauled it, ran it, pulled it back out and put it in storage. Transmission's still wrapped up. And just tons and tons of parts everywhere in this car. And a really solid looking body, ton of good stuff here. So anyway, that's what we've got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If anybody's got a Rivi, there's going to be a ton of stuff there.
Absolutely.
So, Vince, I want to thank you for your time, for helping us load, for calling us on it.
Yeah.
Super excited to get things back to the yard. Except I got a lot more work to do when I get back to unload this thing and figure out where to stick everything, because there's a lot of good pieces here that are going to have to be inside, so they're preserved just like it has been.
Right,
so.
yeah, always stored inside, yeah.
So while we were here, we got to talking to Vince. I'm sure probably everybody's noticed the Blazer in the background, as well as there's a 76 Coupe de Ville and possibly even a Chevy farm truck that we're talking about maybe at the F&E Collector Auto Auction this year in October in Great Bend, Kansas. Been talking to Vince. He thinks he's going to bring the Blazer, and the Cadillac for sure should be at the F&E Collector Auto Auction this year. That Blazer, 1972 custom sport truck, K5 Blazer. The truck looks pretty good from here, and guess what? It's all original.
Yep, that's the original paint.
It's never been, other than the engine's been overhauled. We'll just walk you by it real quick while we're on here. But that is the original paint on that K5 Blazer. We look at it close, it's got a few thin spots in it because it's original. Engine's been overhauled. Did you do the tranny in it?
Tranny as well, and transfer case.
Motor, transmission, and transfer case have all been gone through. And that's just something you don't find. An original paint CST K5 Blazer. That's an absolutely amazing piece. Almost unheard of. These things have gotten so popular. to find one in this original condition. You know, a little bit of blemishes on the paint there, but it's because it's a 50-year-old truck that's all original. Pretty amazing. Had a whip antenna on it at one point in its life. There again, that stuff you don't see on these anymore because they've been restored. They take that stuff off. Had hooks on the side of it because you could put a boat rack on top of it. Take a quick peek on the inside, and then we're going to bail off of here so we can get back on the road and get something done. So anyway, that's what we had for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. You need some Rivi stuff. We got a lot of good Rivi stuff. How many miles are on that?
That was about 110,000.
110,000 miles on the Blazer, William. So stay tuned. That one's going to be crossing the block in October. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you soon on the next video.